Initialize sequence.
Yo, this Blaze, you down, homie.
This is Jamie Match Rock.
This be the one them called Tech 9. Yo, what up? This is Shag's Too Dope from his St. Cloud Posse. This is the genius, Chris Calico.
What up? It's G-Mo Ski. This is Fritz, White Jesus.
It's the Kid Mercury. This is Slain. Dragon Eyes.
Necro, Project Boy, Mad Child,
Your boy Jerry
Bitted. Welcome to the Underground, Australia's home of rap, metal, and alternative music.
So excited to chat with Brian Burkheiser from Prevail. It is Ned on the Underground. Brian, how are you, man?
I'm doing great, man. We actually just finished up practicing, getting ready for this big tour we have in the States. So I can't complain. Life is good. The record just came out last week. So we're just kind of living the dream and just floating the wave that we're on currently.
Yeah, man, you guys are going absolutely insane. And you were just out here a couple of months ago. I wanted to talk about that first. How did you find your time in Australia, Brian?
Oh, it was incredible. So this was actually our third time we had ever come over. We played a big tour, I want to say in 2016, and then we played the Download Festivals in 2018 or 2019. But the pandemic kind of really prevented us from bringing the Trauma Tour when we wanted to. We actually had to reschedule the most recent dates a couple times. So finally being able to get back over was not only just incredible for us, but it felt like everybody in the crowd just had such a great time. And you could tell how many people, because I feel like we all have been locked down for so long, where I would ask and say like, hey, how many people is this your first show since all the craziness has kind of happened? And I swear it felt like every single show, so many hands went up. So not only was it an incredible experience for myself and the band, but I feel like just being able to get out and have that, contact with our fans and be able to look them in the eyes and see them scream back lyrics. There's really no other feeling like it. And then add on top of it, it's in Australia, which is like legitimately our favorite place to come. Outside of the flights over are a little bad. Although I do hear that Elon Musk is working on some like new plane that's supposed to get you to places crazy quick. So yeah, man, we love coming over there, and I'm already excited. Now that this tour ended a couple months ago, we are already starting to plan to come back and get there as soon as we can.
Oh, man, that is awesome. Yeah, definitely looking forward to getting you guys back out here for True Power. I want to hear more songs off that, man. But yeah, like you were saying, it definitely was the first gig for a lot of people into sort of our scene of music. It was for me, man. So to get such a great gig, you guys Emotionless in White as well, just in a fantastic way to get back into live music, Brian.
Yeah, thank you so much. I mean, just with even getting to bring out Motionless in White, and then Wind Waker, who was also on the tour, and obviously an Australian band who we cannot say enough kind words about. It just was a great time. And fun fact too, a lot of people don't even realize this, but when we were in Australia, we actually had some issues with a previous music video we filmed for Bad Things, so we needed to film a new one. We actually worked with a company based out of Australia, and on our off day, I want to say we did it in Brisbane. I'm not 100% sure on that, but we actually filmed our Bad Things music video while we were down in Australia too. So it was cool. Not only did we come out with a bunch of awesome shows, but I never would have thought I would have said we would have filmed the music video in Australia, but we did it, and it was just such a cool 2 weeks to be over there, and we just had a blast, man. I'm so excited to come back already.
That's fantastic right there, Brian. I had no idea, man. And the new album, All Killer, No Filler, it's like right up there with the album of the year, man. I have to say that. But just right before we leave the subject of Australia, man, have you picked up any things, like you said, you've been out here a few times, have you picked up any things that you need to do when you get out here, any Australian slang or any sort of traditions or anything that you guys have to do when you come to Australia?
I mean, the one thing that's definitely on my docket that I have yet to do while I've been there is do a shoey, because I feel like Eric has been the one where pretty much every single time he's down to shoey at a show. Where I feel like next time I'm going to have to sign myself up to at least do one and really just get accustomed to what shoey life is like. I don't know if I'll go as hard as Eric. I mean, that dude can do more shoeys than I honestly, it's kind of crazy that he even can put one down out of one of those shoes, because I look at him and it's like, oh, that does not look like a great time. But yeah, I feel like outside of that, just really next time we come back, I cannot wait to get to adventure and travel more, because as much as, this last time was so fun, it really was our first tour back since everything had happened. So I think a lot of us in the band were so focused on just making sure we could put on the best possible show. So even for me being a vocalist, there are times you got to realize like, all right, I probably should shut up and not talk much and maybe just stay in the hotel opposed to going out. So next time around, who knows, maybe you'll have to be my your travel guide and you can take me around and show me some cool things in Australia that maybe we haven't experienced yet.
Oh, no, I love that right there, man. And like you were saying too there with Eric and the Shoeys, man, I saw him get amongst one at the Melbourne show, and wow, he did that like a boss.
I mean, the dude is a straight up animal. I mean, he already likes alcohol. So I feel like it's, you know, for him, he's like, I get to have a drink. I just can't believe he does it out of people's shoes. Like, who knows where some of those things have been and how much sweat is in them. So it's, you know, it's a good mixture. I'd say probably like 80-90% alcohol and 10% sweat. So, although I will say too, he's the guy who like never gets sick for us on tour for the most part. So maybe they're keeping him healthy. Maybe that's the secret to fight off COVID, is we all just need to do shoeys more.
Yeah, maybe it's good for the immune system or something. All right, Brian, the self-destruction video is fantastic, man. Who's the mastermind and the brains behind that one?
Thank you so much. So we actually, as a band, went and sought out, there's a guy named Jensen from LA who we had seen do some previous work, and we were just super enamored with how creative he could get. So went to him and kind of said, hey, Self-Destruction is the next single, and we really want to put together a music video and kind of show, you know, just how crazy the song is, and really, you know, throw some things in there that kind of keep people guessing, almost like a Saw type of thing, where like Saw was actually one of the things that kind of inspired it, where that big glass box is almost a thing, like we're trapped inside of it and all these people are on the outside. But it was such a blast. I highly recommend anybody who hasn't checked it out to give that a view, because not only is it the most we've ever spent on a music video, but for me, it's like my favorite music video we've ever done. And even just the VFX that were added, like a giant monster appears at the end, things like that just really made me go like, wow, this team is no joke when putting together videos. So it was really cool to put that out and not only see the reaction to it, but just see how many people are already just like, give me this song live. I'm so excited to hear this song live. So we got it pretty high up there on the set list, and it's one that just from seeing the instant reaction, I feel like it's just going to be an instant kind of, the second that riff starts that Steve plays, the venue's just going to go off.
Oh yeah, man, couldn't agree more. And do you have any more videos or anything coming off True Power there, Brian?
Yeah, so we actually filmed, I won't quite spoil what song it's for, but we actually, when we were in LA and filming Self-Destruction, we were out there for a good 3 days and actually filmed another video too that should be dropping, I want to say around a month-ish from now, so probably right around when we start that tour. And that one's really cool. I won't, like I said, I won't spoil the song, but just to give you a little insight to how crazy that video got, they actually had me hooked up to this thing called a jerk vest, and basically I was getting flown around all throughout the air, like doing acrobats. Like they actually had some guys who, have you ever seen those show Ninja Warrior before?
Yeah.
Does that kind of ring a bell? So that they had a bunch of people who had like done, they set up the stunts and stuff for Ninja Warrior. So it was crazy. I mean, I was literally at one point suspended 10 or 15 feet up in the air, just getting flung around everywhere. So I'm really excited. If you like Self-Destruction, I think their Scream Letting Go may even top that video. So it's one that I just feel like we're so excited, and especially with this record too, it's really allowing us to get kind of crazy. And we're the first two music videos, we really didn't want to give too much away and kind of wanted them to be more performance videos and really just show you the energy. I think these upcoming videos are really going to have some storylines to them and really kind of divulge into the songs a little more and really, I think, kind of give the viewer an immersive experience.
Oh, man, love it. Hyped up to check that one out for sure, Brian. Now, man, I was talking a little bit about it before we started this interview. You're a big-time Detroit guy. You guys are from Detroit. How cool was it for you pitching for the Tigers? I just saw that.
Oh, it was the coolest freaking thing. So, yeah, I am the biggest Detroit sports fanatic you find. Honestly, amongst every metal or rock band, vocalist, guitarist, drummer, whoever, I don't want to be that guy, but I'm pretty sure I could go toe-to-toe with anybody on sports knowledge. As much as I love music and it'll always be my number one, I think sports for me have always been kind of a vice and something that I've been super into since I was honestly a young kid. So getting to do something like throwing out the first pitch at the Detroit Tigers game with Eric was an incredible feeling. Like they walked us on the field, they were playing Bad Things behind us.
Oh, nice.
And then, you know, they were like, give it up for Brian and Eric from Prevail. Their new record, True Power, is out now. And it was such a cool experience. And I will say, we might have not had the best throws in the world, but we didn't have the worst throws either. So I'm pretty happy with how it all went. Hopefully we'll get invited back a couple of years from now, and maybe I can work on the fastball a little more. Eric actually threw a knuckleball, which was pretty funny. But yeah, it was a great time and something that I feel like for us, Detroit has really been our home from day one. I mean, all of us pretty much grew up in Michigan, and Metro Detroit is really a hot spot and just a place that we all love so much. And I think just kind of the attitude of Detroit too, that kind of, you know, in the States, there are places like LA and New York where everybody is kind of just doing their own thing and no one will acknowledge you. Everyone wants to just kind of be in their own world and only care about themselves, where Detroit really is a place that just means so much to the band. And it's a place that is full of people who work hard and kind of just have a mentality of getting through things no matter how hard things get. And I almost feel like the sports teams kind of represent that mantra. And I think that's almost what our band's kind of trying to represent, that, you know, even this with the phrase "I prevail," like, hey, no matter how hard things get in life, like, you can get through. So sorry to divulge a little bit from the first pitch question, but I feel like Detroit kind of almost aligns just with us in general, even outside of that.
No, man. I love that right there. Detroit versus everybody. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, absolutely. There. Absolutely.
I consider myself Australians' biggest Pistons fan, so I could talk Detroit with you all day, man. What do you think about the return of the teal, Brian?
Oh, I'm so excited. I know there are some people who think teal is not the great color, or not a great color, and it represents like the old days when the Pistons weren't the best. But I have been a sucker for that jersey for a long time. And I think too, you know, with the new energy coming in and being able to have a guy like Cade Cunningham, who was the #1 overall pick last year, is just going to take us to the top. Now, the only thing we're missing, though, we got to add an Australian to the team. We used to have Aaron Baines, who was one of my favorite players. So maybe we'll be able to pick somebody up from Australia soon and really bring that Australian flair to Detroit.
Oh, man, I absolutely love that right there, Brian. I could talk all day Pistons and music with you, my man. That's so cool right there. I'm heading back a little bit later on in the year, and I'm getting to one of those teal games, so I'm very excited for that, man.
Dude, if we're not on tour and we're around, hit me up, and I'll show you kind of what everything's like around here. And yeah, I mean, the games, the new arena is beautiful, and I feel like basketball is just a sport that all of us in the band really enjoy. So yeah, if you're ever around here, hit me up, man. I'd love to go to a game with you. Oh
man, absolutely. Day made right there. Yes, we're heading back out there in October. So fingers crossed. I will definitely take you up on that. All right, man. Jaden Ivey too. Like, I think the future of the Pistons is looking very, very good, Brian. But before I let you go, man, I want to grab a recommendation from you. It doesn't have to be music related. It can be anything. I want to get a recommendation.
Ooh, I love it. Okay, this is fun. I've enjoyed this interview, by the way. It's a great interview.
Thanks,
let me
man.
think. If I could recommend, all right, I got a TV show for you, and I'm hoping that you have never seen it. Maybe if you have seen it, some of the audience has never seen it. Have you ever seen The Boys before?
The Boys? No, I don't think I have.
Okay, I love the fact that you're questioning it, because that means you probably don't know. So The Boys is a show on Amazon Prime.
Sweet.
It is my favorite TV show. I'm really not a superhero guy. I've never been one to like love the Marvel movies, or, you know, I like certain ones of them, but sometimes it can just get a little cookie cutter for me, where The Boys is the most anti-superhero show you have ever seen, and they are not good superheroes. So all I'll say is turn on the first episode of that tonight, watch the first 10 minutes, and you'll instantly just be like, what on earth is this show? I don't want to spoil the first like 5 minutes because it's that intense. But if you need a show, the third season just ended, so you got plenty of episodes to get through. But dude, I think you'll love it, because it is my favorite show, and it's one that is so different from anything else out on there on TV right now.
That is awesome, Brian. Very much appreciate it. The Boys, we'll have to check it out, man. But thank you so much for taking time out. Really appreciate it. The new album, I Prevail's True Power, is out now. It's right up there with the best of 2022. Keep it up, Brian. Really appreciate it, man.
Hey, thank you so much, Ned. And yeah, everybody go check out True Power and go Pistons.
This has been another presentation from the Grey Wolf Entertainment Network, greywolfentertainment.net.